with another reading from the New Living Translation Bible. I hope everyone is having a blessed Friday. Happy Friday to you. The weekend is upon us. I hope everyone has some exciting plans for the weekend, whatever they may be. And I'll be praying for enjoyment and great memories for you all. God is good. Today we are on chapter 16 in the New Living Translation, and we'll be reading of the birth of Ishmael. Let us begin. Now Sarai, Abraham's wife, had not been able to bear children for him, but she had an Egyptian servant named Hagar. So Sarai said to Abraham, "The Lord has prevented me from having children. Go and sleep with my servant. Perhaps I can have children through her." And Abraham agreed with Sarai's proposal. So Sarai, Abraham's wife, took Hagar the Egyptian servant and gave her to Abraham as a wife. This happened 10 years after Abraham had settled in the land of Canaan. So back then, it was culturally okay to give your servant to your husband if you couldn't have children. And that is what happened in this case. Since Sarai couldn't produce children, she gave her servant Hagar to her husband Abraham, and they ended up having Ishmael, as we'll see. So Abraham had sexual relations with Hagar, and she became pregnant. But when Hagar knew she was pregnant, she began to treat her mistress Sarai with contempt. Then Sarai said to Abraham, "This is all your fault. I put my servant in your arms, but now that she's pregnant, she treats me with contempt. The Lord will show who's wrong, you or me." So we see that Hagar is showing contempt for Sarai because Hagar is now pregnant by Sarai's husband Abraham. Aaron replied, "Look, she is your servant, so deal with her as you see fit." Then Sarai treated Hagar so harshly that she finally ran away. So we see that Hagar was being treated very harshly, and eventually she had enough and ran away. The angel of the Lord found Hagar beside a spring of water in the wilderness, along the road to Shur. The angel said to her, "Hagar, Sarai's servant, where have you come from and where are you going?" "I'm running away from my mistress Sarai, she replied. The angel of the Lord said to her, "Return to your mistress and submit to her authority." Then he added, "I will give you more descendants than you can count." So we see that here the angel of the Lord has promised Hagar he's going to give her many descendants. And she's also to go back to Sarai and submit to her. And the angel also said, "You are now pregnant and will give birth to a son. You are to name him Ishmael, which means God hears, for the Lord has heard your cry of distress." So we see here that, again, the angel tells us that the Lord hears the cries of the people that are distressed. "The son of yours will be a wild man, as untamed as a wild donkey. He will raise his fist against everyone, and everyone will be against him. Yes, he will live in open hostility against all his relatives." Hey, Aliyah, happy Friday. So we see that Ishmael is going to live in hostility with all his surrounding relatives. Therefore, Hagar used another name to refer to the Lord, who has spoken to her. She said, "You are the God who sees me." So here we see Hagar is realizing that God sees all. There's nowhere that anyone can hide or flee to that God won't see. God is everywhere, in every place. He is all-knowing. She also said, "Have I truly seen the one who sees me? So that well was named Bir Lahoi Roy, which means well of the living, well of the living one who sees me. It can still be found between Kadesh and Bered. So Hagar gave Abram a son, and Abram named him Ishmael. Abram was 86 years old when Ishmael was born. Now we know from reading so far that it was pretty normal for people to give birth during this age, during these times. So when people were older, they were giving birth, and God would bless them with the fruits of their loins. And this chapter also makes me ask myself, what do I run away from when I feel too burdened? And should we be turning to the Lord when we feel like the load is too heavy, in which we should? So for me, it's something I should work on more, is turning to the Lord when stuff gets too heavy and just saying, I'm here, Lord, with all the stuff I have to carry. And that concludes chapter 16. Tomorrow we will be reading chapter 17, and we will learn that Abram's name will be changed to Abraham. We see things are starting to pick up and become very exciting. I also wonder what their feelings must have been. I often think, like, if I was in this time, I would have been just so nervous. But we see that Abram has faith, and that was credited as righteousness to him. So hopefully more of us can build our faith and rely on God, our foundation and our rock, so we can get through things. Me too, John. I'm definitely excited to see where things are going to go. Oh my goodness. I find the Lord's word very exciting and knowledgeable. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you all have a blessed weekend. I hope you all enjoy this beautiful weather. The sun's out, and I plan on taking all 5 dogs out for a walk. We might go down to the little river where they like to play and run through. And I hope you have a great time with your loved ones. Don't forget to celebrate each other and love each other and make some wonderful memories.